Do as you're told and you won't be hurt. If you're trying to be innocent, we will let you out eventually. Something tells me that it's not really about being guilty or innocent at this point. Yeah, it is. It definitely seems like politically driven that Machias has been arrested here. We're going to need to do something about this. Definitely. Machias couldn't possibly have committed the crime he's accused of. He's been with us ever since we arrived in Brayhard yesterday. Never left our sight. If he's responsible, shouldn't you be arresting us as well? You're wasting your breath. Machias Regnitz being kept in custody until he's been cleared of the charges against him. It's definitely pretty transparently evil. Or I shouldn't say evil, that's a bit of a strong word. It is transparently corrupt what they're doing here. I already contacted the Academy to inform them of this. You kids should just focus on your field study and whatever it is you are here for. Let due process take its course. Use this business at the Duke's estate will take longer than expected to complete. I'm afraid he'll be unable to rejoin you. Huh. Don't even think about trying to go to the mansion to see him. You won't ever get past the front gate. I mean, I would expect not, but... whole thing planned out since yesterday, which means the reason Eustace got called away is because they knew that if you were there, he would have been able to prevent the arrest. So all of this is like a complicated scheme to arrest Machias to use him as a political hostage. But what for? I'm gonna say anyway. Makes sense. He's probably called home to keep him from interfering. Back to the hotel, I guess. He has a last message for us. We're going to need to start thinking about other ways to handle this. We got a prison break mission to do. Interesting. Insistent on conducting a precautionary search as part of your investigation. I believe they're leaving by this evening, but I'm afraid that's all I know. And now they're going through our stuff without asking us. I love figures of power like this that do these kinds of things. It makes me just immediately be like, hey, you know what's awesome? I don't like this person, and I'm probably never going to like this person regardless of what happens afterwards. I have a personal detest for those who abuse power, so I have to say, Eustace's father seems pretty irredeemable at this point. And the others decided to dine at a restaurant they visited the previous day. Soldiers were there as well, uncertain of what to do and where to go. They eventually settled on planning their next move at the bar in Artisan Street. It's interesting that that's narrated to us. I wonder if that's a budget problem, that they need to just not make scenes. The reason Machias was arrested has nothing to do with the incident at the fort yesterday. I mean, that's pretty self-evident. And because his father is the Imperial Governor and a key figure in the Reformist faction. Want a hostage so they can have an advantage in future negotiations. It's the most plausible explanation. I mean, I doubt they would hurt him, per se. They probably want to trade him for something. But if this became a violent conflict, Machias probably would not be treated very nicely. Yeah, that's definitely there. This may well fall under the scope of our field study, though. Yeah, it's definitely... I don't know if Sarah expected Machias to be arrested and taken and us need to break him out, but I imagine she expected things just, I imagine she expected things to go poorly while we were here and we would need to do something. It may be risky, but how about we try to do something about the situation ourselves? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think we just can't abandon him. Alright, I guess we're breaking some people out of prison today. There's There's no way he could possibly have been in favor of arresting Machias. Had to be a decision made by Duke himself. I imagine Rufus would help us, but I don't know how we could get in contact with him. Although I suspect word of Machias' arrest is going to get back to Rufus pretty quickly, since he's in the capital and that's where Machias' father is. I don't think that's excessive at all. Prison breaks? Why not? And yeah, since he's still in the guardhouse, this is probably the best time to do it before they move him somewhere more secure. Definitely. Fee has the right of it. We need to be as covert as possible. We're not really stealthy in our school uniforms, though. Has to be after Machias is out safely. If it's before that, there's no way we'll be able to make it out of here. But if the charges against him are obviously false, so if we can get him out safely, it'll be very limited what they can do. Yeah, the Provincial Army isn't going to want to do anything that will hurt their image. No smoke grenades, then. Aww. Smoke grenades? I mean, we do indeed carry those around with us. That's the escape item in this game. What fair maiden doesn't have smoke grenades? See? Like, gotta come prepared. When in doubt. Ninja vanish, right? I don't even know where to begin listing what's wrong with that statement. Oh. What are the monsters in the underground waterway like these days? Ooh, so we did hear mention of the underground waterway before. Been 3 months or so since you last went down there, huh? It's probably crawling with them by now, though I'm sure not gonna go. Oh yeah, so this guy goes down to clear out the monsters in the waterway. He hasn't been down there in a while, so we're saying that there's going to be a lot of them down there. Provincial Army doesn't have any interest in taking care of them. How can they even sleep in that? And their beautiful city's got nasty monsters crawling around underneath it. So we did see this guy earlier. We don't know... We don't know who he is, but we did see him talking about how he must know a little bit more about this situation. I wonder if this conversation is deliberate. Right? Because, like, why would he be here? If not, because he was watching us earlier, and then he's clearly here and having this conversation. I wonder if that's purposeful. Like making myself somebody put a request in. If you hear anything of the sort, I'll send a message over to Legram to let you know. Make you some good scratch. Cheers to that. Look forward to dropping by for another espresso sometime. See you the way back if you can make it. Alright, cool. Well, don't see many people dressed like that around here. There's some fancy red uniforms. You guys are students or something? We are indeed, but I get the impression you already knew that. We're from Thor's Military Academy in Trista. We're sent here on a field study as part of our curriculum. We're sent here for a field study for our curriculum. Thor's pretty fancy place, huh? Got no idea what they've got you doing a field study, but good luck. Berehart's a pretty nice city, but it's not without its fair share of problems. Why did he take the time to say that? I mean, obviously we know there's a lot of problems, but... That blonde man who just left. He did seem suspicious. Toval. He's a bracer. We've heard that before, haven't we? Haven't seen a bracer in a long time. Probably because they just aren't that many around anymore. There used to be a guild branch here in Berehard. It's been closed for a couple years. Toval comes by train from Legram, which still has a bracer branch. Didn't eavesdrop, but I thought I overheard you saying something about monsters in the underground waterway. There's a huge network of waterways beneath the city. Been there for a long time now. So we did hear about the old man at the restaurant mention that. Chock full of monsters when the guild still had a branch here, the Bracers would clear them out. Nowadays, nobody goes near it, and the waterway is just sort of stagnating under Provincial Army's control. They're too proud to trouble themselves with fighting monsters. How much ground does the waterway cover? Supposedly all the way to the east side of the city to the west, so from the station somewhere under the Noble District, I guess. Heard a rumor a while back that it even goes under the Duke's Mansion. That's probably one of the urban legends. Well, we'll have to check it out. That was a well-timed clue. Yeah, an underground waterway built in the Middle Ages that extends all the way to the Noble District. It's awfully convenient. Connected to the Provincial Army Guardhouse, where Mach is being held too. The guardhouse itself is probably built in the Middle Ages too, so it would stand to reason. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's an old city, so the waterway probably connects a lot of the old buildings. If we use the waterway, we may be able to rescue him without being discovered. Alright, let's give it a shot. There may be an entrance accessible in town if the Bracers are able to get inside to exterminate the monsters. It's a good point. We should search the whole route between the Noble District and Station Street. I think that's the door we saw. I should have the waterway. We remember where that is. Oops, save. Used to be talking about something different over here. Should be ready next month, they said. I simply cannot wait. Hanging along with my daughter is truly exhausting. I should let Clarice get her dress on her own while I... Father, what are you saying? Who else will carry my bags for me? Is that all I'm worth to you? I think you may need to find her a boyfriend, my dude. It'd be nice if he bothered to tell us the low-rank soldiers were stationed here far out here, the details too. So he doesn't know much about what's going on.
Right.
Only commoners like us could find satisfaction in window shopping. I guess they couldn't afford to buy anything. You ignored me and kept checking out the jewelers and clothes shops anyway. Oh. That's unfortunate. Thinking strange things recently while messing around with all this machinery, by which I mean, I'm going to realize that the Lord Eustace is Albarea's household's only hope, not the Duke himself, not Lord Rufus, but Lord Eustace. Perhaps meeting you kids changed him somehow. That's an awfully weird statement to make. A lot of soldiers are patrolling town center today. Fortunately, we don't tend to get many of those patrols around here. I wonder what happened. Some people are starting to hear about the whole Machias arrest. There used to be a guild branch here in the city. Closed years ago. The Bracers were only ones who were willing to go out of their way to help us commoners in our times of need. Such a shame that they're gone. It's really interesting that the Bracers' worth sort of died out, because it sounds like people have a very positive perception of them, so I wonder where they all went. Not to say where they all went, obviously. I don't mean to surmise that they all died or left, but to say, like, why they're not here anymore. Things are going well for us. After a big order we received recently, that's why I suggest to my husband that he should take a break for once, but he seems really excited about this new job, so he doesn't want to. Talk about dedication. He's really gone... really is one to live for his work. Helping. It's so much fun. Noble kids really not do any work? It's so weird. What do they do then? It's an interesting juxtaposition between this girl helping making clothes and the kids just chasing each other in circles in the Noble District. It's kind of a depressing comparison. Got a pretty crazy order this morning. The silk's really fine too. Can't help make something really fine with this. As an Noble Bourbon, we love this country, and the city shall never be in question. This is the exact reason why I find myself worried for our future, especially the Blood and Iron Chancellor doing all they can to bring about extreme change. The man cannot be trusted. This faction here seems to be gaining support in Heimdall. Their goal seems to be eliminating the special privileges of nobles and even the class system altogether. I wonder if they'll succeed. There's definitely a lot of people looking forward to the possibility of change, but there's a lot of people fearful that they'll change too fast, which is always the progressive versus conservative perspective, obviously. Like, people want to advance, they want to advance faster, they want social change, and there are the people who look at that and say, sure, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but maybe we're going too fast, maybe we're going to go too far, we're going to do things that are a little bit too much. It's the crux of almost any political conflict, but it is very realistically depicted here. Time really flew by while they were tooling around. Now seems like a good time to find somewhere to have lunch. Look, there's water coming out there. So it's called a waterway. It's pretty too. That was a surprise. We came back from having lunch to find that there are soldiers everywhere. I wonder what happened. That was really scary. Yeah, I guess that would be. I'm not sure what you mean. Said that I need to be careful of the soldiers. Makes us worry if I get in trouble with them. That's why I'm staying away from them. Good kid. This is very different from most I've noticed. He has a tendency to remain frank and open with us commoners, for one. Just talking to us, like, get the feeling deep down he does not consider us inferior. I suppose his mother's background has something to do with it. I think they place a lot of emphasis on the fact that his mother is a commoner, and I don't think it has very much to do with his perspective. I think it has more to do with just being a, like, well-adjusted person and learning from Rufus and everything, because he seems pretty affable, but... Seeing Horsetack reminds me that the stable door is broken. I'll have to mention this to Master so he can call someone over to fix it. Get along sorted. Along the clear. Welcome to Henderson & Co. Can I interest you in some fresh vegetables straight from Keldic? My father's been in a bad way ever since the recent tax increase, so it's up to me to keep things going. Tax increase are just over the facet of Duke Alberia's harsh ruling over us. Perhaps it's simply because he lives in a completely different world from us commoners. Let's get this little conversation between us, though. Alright, let's actually sell this Sept mass we have, get a little bit of money together, see if we can't go buy another weapon. Get that shopped. I wonder if we can't make some upgrades to our weapons while we get the chance. Still gonna make a circuit and kind of talk to some more people anyway. I bumped into one of those provincial armies, so I was scared. I thought I was done for. Are they scary? They seem kind of goofy looking, to be honest. So wonderful being able to relax like this. The schedule of Noble is always packed with parties and balls and dinner engagements to attend. Vroom vroom. Speed up. We're going through the Twin Dragon Bridge. The Archbishop. What? There are many nobles who find themselves concerned by Lord Eustace's parentage. However, I personally believe that he's the most magnificent noble. Also irritates me to see people who don't know him judge him solely based on his lineage. Well, thank you for that, Suzanne. I plan on giving out sweets to the less fortunate kids in Breahart tomorrow. I look forward to seeing their happy faces. Start preparing right away. Well, that's good on you. Can't believe it. That sister is Lady Titania, who disappeared without a trace from high society. She came from a prestigious family was famed for her elegance. What on earth brought her here? She was beautiful, even more than so before. Interesting. So she gave up being a noble to become a sister. There are many who cannot do anything about it. There's always something that each of us can be doing. Speaking of which, we'll be carrying out some charity work tomorrow. I should help out with the preparations. Fair enough. It's troubling times, so most important for us to keep moving forward. Exactly that too. Proceed, youngsters. I'm sure their Idios will lead you on the way along and remain faithful. Do what we can. I almost had to board the train home. I'd rather depressed leave the cathedral behind. Such is life. Such I'd love to take some pictures. We're forbidden from doing so because this place is for prayer. Such a shame. Oh, you're not allowed to take pictures inside. That's good to know. Can't make the beds while the soldiers are here. What happened anyway? Allow me to express my apologies for all this. Provide a spare room for you all. Feel free to ask if you require any rest. Actually, we're going to do that. 200 Mira? That's not happening. I think I can go rest somewhere else for cheaper. Some resting in. Is there anybody else over here to talk to? Wonder what has these soldiers all flustered. Same seems to be happening over at Albarea's mansion too. Can't enjoy a nice nap like this. So you won't have time to return to the academy anytime soon. If that's all you need, take your leave. Well, I mean, he's got to come back to school with us. That's not an option. This house should be empty now. Or out for the moment. Should be cleaning during their absence. Fair enough. Good luck, my dude. Gordy's stomach has finally settled down. Rumor has it the Dryad's Tear's anti-aging properties seem to have been just a rumor after all. Well, I mean, no surprise. Could you make some porridge? Ideally something gentle in the stomach. Understood. Fair, something simple. Well, he's still going to keep recovering from eating that rock. So, I guess onwards and outwards. Tried to ask for Provincial Army if they happen to know anything about Lady Annabelle's whereabouts. They chased me off rather fiercely, however. It seems they ask around town and hope that someone knows. Huh. Alright, we gotta make some progress here. Chatting with almost everybody. We can hand in that side quest as well. Very well. This concludes our investigation. Get in touch with us should you remember anything else. Trying to stick your noses where they don't belong. I mean, we're the main characters. That's what's going to happen. I promise. Furthermore, you're kind of being assholes about it, so it is what it is. You're finally gone. Seems like we don't want to get us involved here. They claim to be investigating the break-in at Aurochs Fort. However, it's obvious their true intention is to coerce everyone into keeping out of their way. Well, I appreciate that he can tell that from a distance. There's no need to apologize. I'm somewhat worried about Lord Eustace now, however. Us too. Would you like me to make you something as compensation? Yeah, it's not your fault, dude. Don't worry about that. Side of the underground waterway. They keep talking about carrying out some kind of investigation, but obviously that was cover. I'm betting they just wanted to cause trouble for everyone. Kind of thing happens from time to time in the city, though, so don't worry about it. Oh, this is common? Weird. So we've collected all the ingredients then. Yeah, everything's here accounted for. Here you go. Globby fat and some healing herb. Oh, he's gonna make food for us right now. That's awesome. How was it? I call this dish deluxe herb chowder. So much a comforting warmth throughout my body after eating it. Wouldn't mind having some if I ever caught a cold. Ah, so it's good for being ill. Rather nostalgic dish. I assume Eustace had it often. That's correct. It's even one of his favorite dishes, even. To tell the truth, it's one of the created this dish was none other than my sister herself. Ah, so Eustace's mother made this. Fair enough. I mean, we already knew that, but I guess the girls didn't. We didn't tell you two about it, did we? And the impression you were all aware. Well, there must have been skilled at cooking if she made this dish. She was indeed. She would never even have come by to help out from time to time. The first time she made this soup was when Lord Eustace fell ill during his younger years. She went to church to ask for medicinal herbs, after which she set about inventing a dish that would be easy for him to digest. So that's how this came about, was to allow her child who would have a hard time with the herbs eat it. She said about inventing a dish that would be both easy to digest. I mean, she is a mom. That makes sense. Clearly sounded like she cared deeply for him. Probably said too much. Yeah, I guess Eustace probably wouldn't appreciate us learning too much about his family without him being here. At any rate, happy we could talk with all of you about this. Gotta learn a bit more about Eustace, so likewise. Plenty of soup left over. Feel free to take it with you. Got some deluxe herb chowder. And the recipe for it. Sweet. Least we can do for Lord Eustace's friends. Hey man, you're a cool dude, Hammond. He's not here. I wonder if that's anything to do with all these soldiers hanging around. I think it seems to be going well these days. I guess the time we live in. Can't believe this. The soldiers poured in while I was in the middle of working up the courage to find. Aw, no, George, man. I need to plan another perfect date. Oh no. George, I'm so sorry for you. More delicious. I was surprised these soldiers came in earlier, but they didn't do anything after that, so it was a nice date overall. What ill-bred brutes. I was under the impression the provincial army was formal and respectful, but how wrong I was. No one from Heimdall could ever imagine being intruded upon during a provincial army while enjoying a meal. Such a shame, really. The presence really spoils the otherwise beautiful city. Yikes. It's a bad look. The whole incident startled quite a few of our customers. Hammond decided to offer free dessert to everyone as compensation. Please forgive us for the inconvenience. Well, thank you. My daughter refuses to come home. Too busy with her clubs, she says. Oh, she wasn't big into lacrosse, so part of me thinks she simply doesn't want to see me. I'm actually worried about how she feels. Why don't you just ask her if that's the case? I mean, I agree. The direct approach, always a good approach. What do you mean you can't? You're this fond of your daughter. You're a man of the Empire, though. You're acting so indecisively. These are people who live their lives as fate decides, and are those who do their best to rebel against destiny. Should there be a future you wish for, then you must do everything you can that it will come to pass. Rather poignant statement. I played Crisis Core pretty. Seem to have a break-in at Aurochs Fort. Wouldn't it be outrageous if it turned out to be someone associated with the Reformists? They can serve as perfect opportunity to launch a preemptive attack on them, however. That's some scary things to say, Udrio. Udiro? How marvelous. Duke Alberta seems to have been blessed with some good fortune. That's some yikes. That's not something we want to be hearing. Okay. So we went everywhere else. We've been down the way. Let's actually check. We were going to see if we could upgrade our weapons before we went down into the waterway. I think I have a little bit of U material on me. And just enough. I guess we're going to have to upgrade Reen's sword. Interesting. What? Sometimes that kind of thing happens, I guess, but yeah, that's cool. Let's try and get a little bit more magic slots open here. More Arcus slots, rather. Alright, so she has some empty spaces. We want to put some attacks in here. Kind of need to get her a little bit more options for spells. I don't really have it for her. That's annoying. I can make some quartz. I'd certainly like to get some spells, some attack options a little better for Emma here. She needs a little bit more offensive options, so let's give her some Firebolt and Heat Wave. If I could actually get her stats up, it wouldn't be too bad. EP cut, that's probably worth it. So this is clearly the door to the waterway. I feel a breeze from inside. It seems pretty spacious. There must be a place then. We need to find a way to unlock it. Probably not a good idea to draw my sword in the middle of the city. May I have a try? What? Is Emma a lockpick extraordinaire? Just gonna pick it with a hairpin. Oh, a patio. Wow, that's really impressive. Interesting. Maybe they got us like a Christmas gift or something. Reading how to do it in a mystery novel once. So glad it actually worked. Oh? Nice job, Emma. Now we can get inside. Definitely interesting that she's using more. Emma seems to have this magic element to her. Makes her much more mysterious than we would have first thought. And we're in the underground waterway. Waterway is actually quite pretty. I mean, it's definitely got some old architecture. It's probably been here for a very long time. Verdant City to be beautiful, but it never dawned on me it might be the same, maybe true underground. There are tricky monsters here too. Yeah, I imagine he did talk about how the place would be crawling with them, so we had to head west to the part of the waterway that connects to the Provincial Army Guardhouse. Once we're there, we can find a way inside and rescue Machias. I agree. Let's get it done. Okay, so we can rest here whenever we need to. That's good. Drop another save. Vector 2, they were surprisingly saw trails in the sky. Wasn't interesting.
The advantage is ours. Let's finish it. I'll handle it.
Okay, this is going to be kind of awkward because we don't actually have correct links. We're going to have to rotate links around.
Here we go. There.
Okay. Analyzing the enemy's
Scan
vitals.
this guy here, get our scan out of the way. What exactly is this thing? It's a bug,
All
obviously,
complete.
but an arthropod with a carapace as hard as stone secretes a highly unpleasant smelling fluid, making enemies faint. Okay, so they're gonna try and make us faint, and
I'll
they're
handle
weak
it.
to water. It's a little weird in the waterway. You'd think they would be resistant to water? Like the opposite, in fact?
Here we go. There. Now's our chance.
Broken. Okay. It's my turn. Okay.
Alright, let's hope that this hydro cannon works out pretty well.
Yeah.
Oof, that
Here we
is
go.
a crazy amount of damage. I did not
There.
expect it. Which just means that Emma down here is going to be incredibly powerful. Ouch.
Here we go.
Can Fee not get beat up like that?
There.
Yeah.
Hey man, I agree. Definitely. Definitely a good pickup.
Gleaming blades. Go.
Is Fee gonna get up? No, she still has 2 more turns.
My
Trying
turn.
to conserve a little bit here. And
There.
not spend all of my EP on the first fight.
It's my turn.
Can you hit them from here? I guess we
Gleaming
ledge it
blades.
again.
Go. Let's keep going.
Alright. Well, let's hit the rest stop again, since that went kind of poorly. I would say it went kind of poorly, but it's free for us to rest, and he won't respawn, apparently, so that works out for me. Go back to my regular compulsive saving. We got these jars. Nothing? Damn. What is this thing? That is a
Advantage is
terrifying
ours.
nightmare
Let's finish
creature.
it.
Go. There.
What even is? It has like weird goat horns.
I'll
and it looks
handle
like it's bird legs of some description. I guess we'll scan it in a minute
my
and see
turn.
what we.
Analyzing the
See.
enemy's vitals.
What do you got for me?
All complete.
A quick-witted rat monster with horns as hard as jewels. Beware its pounce attacks. This is a rat? That's
My
That's a
turn.
little strange. Okay. Whatever you say, game. Well,
My turn.
I'll take it.
There.
My turn.
Easy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're alright. I didn't actually check. What are they weak to? Wind, for the most part? Well, that's not great for me. I don't have a lot of wind options with
Flaming
Uses not
Rage.
around, but
Go!
not a big deal. We got this.
I'll handle it.
Finish that guy off. Easy.
I'll handle it.
Wow, they do so much damage, dude.
My turn.
Hey, the freeze.
It's my turn. Yeah,
That's literally no damage. Okay.
my turn.
Here we go.
Switch my things here. Does Arc Slash hurt, maybe? Kind of.
Okay.
I guess Firebolt's essentially free. It's only 18 cost.
The battle's over, but stay alert, everyone.
No problem. Alright. Keep on going. Zero on powder. Relax him. Hey. Switch flipping. Okay. So that opens that gate there.
Just the kind of thing you'd expect in an old ruin like this.
Do you think it's powered by the water flowing through here?
I imagine that would be a reasonable assumption. Uses the water power to move all the machinery, and it's a little strange that the place is kind of blocked up like this, but it's not unexpected. Nothing over here. All right.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Go. There.
Okay. Target locked.
Cool.
It's my turn.
Oh, I gotta scan these cats
Analyzing the
before I
enemy's
kill
vitals.
them and never see them again, like I always do. Alright.
All complete.
White feline, a subspecies of flying feline with white fur, once raised as a pet by a noble, but was abandoned and turned feral. What? So these are like sewer alligators, but flying cats? Is that
Okay.
where we're at right now? Alright, whatever, it happens. I'll deal with it, I guess. What were they weak to? Ice? I have an option. Frost Edge, I guess. Kill that one.
Here we go.
Easy enough.
I'll handle it.
Hey, we got the kill.
Hostiles neutralized.
Get a little bit extra depth here and there.
Done.
Hey, level 19. Good job, Fee. Making some progress here.
I certainly didn't expect to encounter the three of you down here.
You know, use this. I agree.
What?
I mean, his voice is pretty
Is that-
obvious. Look, there he is.
Uses.
I'm so glad you're safe.
Of course I am. Though I can't say I was expecting to be placed under house arrest the moment I returned to the mansion.
I kind of figured something like that
So
happened.
that's what happened.
You know what's going on?
Unfortunately, arresting the Imperial Governor's son under a false charge in order to keep the reformist faction under control.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we figured
I
out.
find it hard to believe my father would attempt something so brazen. He didn't have any intention of talking to me. Not the slightest inclination. This was all planned from the start.
Yeah, it, not to be rude to use this necessarily, but his father seems pretty awful, actually.
Usis.
Enough about me. Thanks to my brother, I'm familiar with the general layout of this waterway. I'll lead us to the guardhouse. Let's get moving.
You're actually...
You were planning on saving him even if you had to do it alone, weren't you?
Didn't Usus tell us about, like, not being altruistic because it could potentially put us in danger, and then now he's, like, risking his life to break somebody he doesn't even really like that much out of prison?
Like last month's field study.
Don't get the wrong idea. I just can't condone my father's actions.
And it's purely motivated out of a detest for his
Besides,
father, I guess?
he's no doubt huddled up, crying and lonely in the corner of his cell right now.
That's fair.
It's worth rescuing him just to see that.
I don't think Machias is quite that easy to break, but certainly I don't... It might be funny to find him. Emma thinks this is cute. Fee thinks it's exasperating. I can get behind probably both of those perspectives. More Fee.
All right, let's get moving.
Use this. Rejoin the party. You can now use the S-Craft Crystal Saber. Yeah, so we just got the... Use this S-Craft.
The entrance to the guardhouse is to the west. We should hurry.
There is an enemy the other way. So this, I think, is the way to the guardhouse. Underway on Waterway 3. Let's go this way, though, and see what we find. This is locked. Or, at the very least, we can't open it. Figure out where that goes in a second. Nothing. They don't place a lot of big spectacle on when people get S-Crafts, in my experience. At least they haven't, really.
Over with.
For all of them.
Okay.
So it's interesting that they just kind of appear. It seems like it just kind of gets given to a character when they reach a certain point in the plot. I don't know if that's just like a weaker portion of the plot that they didn't decide to really place too much emphasis on, or if it has more to do with like a emotional aspect of Usus self-actualizing in a way.
Be gone.
More to say that he,
Okay.
because he's calmed down and sort of
Gleaming blades.
decided to become part of the group more than he was before. For some reason, he's suddenly able to use it. It's either that or it could be driven perhaps by a detest for his father, maybe. He doesn't seem like particularly... he doesn't make a big deal about it, but we can recognize maybe that he is frustrated
My turn.
with him.
Here we go. Yeah.
Did I not scan these?
Very well.
An icy cold mollusk that breeds in areas with lots of water, creates orbital energy in its bodies for water arts. So we didn't actually scan it, so let's move a little
It's my
bit.
turn. Analyzing
Cast
the enemy's
detector.
vitals.
There's one more. It didn't show me both items it could drop.
All complete.
There we go. Then we get to see everything.
My turn.
Let's go try and finish him off. Oh, I forgot that was going to do absolutely nothing.
Arcus.
Cast fire and
I'll handle this.
do some damage here. Whatever to slash him. Doesn't really matter. That might hurt. Oh, she killed it. Easy enough.
Try not to overexert yourself.
Don't worry about me.
I think Usus is trying to be nice there. Obviously, it like comes across as kind of awkward. You're like, oh, like don't overexert yourself because you're a girl. But I think that he is trying to be thoughtful, so that's appreciated. Got La Forte, which I think or La Crest, which is defense buff. Might be worthwhile at some point to use, but for now, let's keep on keeping on. Let's go up here. Where does this go? Presumably this is where Usus entered from. Ah. How did he get down here? Get a Tira in his chest. Well, now we finally got that chest that we were looking for. Get down the ladder. And back on our way. So that's... what's up here? Quite the ladder.
Why is this ladder so long?
Is it harder to climb ladders when you've got a big chest?
Okay, I mean, I guess it's a valid question from Fee, but all right, well, let's open this. We'll move right along past that question there and see where we end up. Okay, these guys were weak to ice. I can kill a bunch of them with this, probably. Maybe not kill, but at the very least do a bunch of damage. That's not bad.
What?
Okay. So Emma here is probably going to be able to do a lot of damage with one of her big ice attacks. The problem here is that there's a whole lot of enemies. Now, I think Usus could probably finish it with Crystal Saber, because I think that's an ice-based attack, but we're not going to use up his CP, because I don't think this actually is that dangerous.
Very well.
Be gone! Ha!
Okay. Here.
Okay.
Okay. Is it worth using that? No. Can I hit all four? Yes. Oh, come on. Oh, he's got to still be in that. That's okay. Stay there. That's fine. Stop beating Usus up.
Impossible.
One day I'll cast a spell. Okay. Really? He's not in it? That's
I'll handle it.
That's dumb. That's really dumb. That's fine.
Arcus
We'll
activate.
finish these guys off over here. Keep beating down on Reen. That's fine. They'll die to this ice attack. No problem. Or they won't, and one of them will live. This, of course, it couldn't possibly be easy.
My turn.
I
Here we
guess
go.
I should kill that guy.
It's my turn.
You only have a Thelis to get him up with, but you're going to use it anyway. Hopefully that's enough damage to finish him. It's not. Awesome. Of course, does literally nothing.
I suppose
I didn't want to spend a bunch of EP, so I'm like, let's use the cheapest spell I have. It must be enough to do 100 damage.
My turn.
Apparently it's not. Could never just work out for me. No, that'd be too much to ask.
Here we
Soul
go.
Blare.
Yeah.
Kill him, please. Thank you. That's all I needed.
What?
Okay.
So we're just gonna get beaten up left and right over here.
It's my turn.
I don't think he's in range. No, of course not. So it's
Arcus
Tira.
activate.
I'll handle this.
Rapid thrust is not gonna work.
Yeah.
Try to get some healing in here while I get the chance. Reen still isn't going to be
I'll
up for
handle
another
it.
turn. Frost Edge is going to go off
Arcus
afterwards, but
activate.
we're going to cast it anyway. Oh, awesome. We
I'll
get
handle
some.
this.
Ugh. It feels so bad. Why do these enemies have to be so incredibly frustrating? And that's going to take forever to cast, as is expected.
Gleaming blades. Go.
And we miss. Yep. Literally
My
one
turn.
enemy. We just can't kill it.
Be gone! Ha! Here we go! Ha! Here we go!
I don't know why I even try.
Yeah. Hear me.
Get a Serene Blessing going.
My turn.
Use this. Cast. Spark
Arcus
Arrow.
activate.
Go!
He's going to be down for a little bit. We're going to Autumn Leaf Cutter. Get the freeze. Alright, he's dead.
How pathetic.
Why does it have to be so hard sometimes? What did I get? Invigorate. That's not even very good, to be totally honest. If it weren't for the fact that I'm trying to open every chest in the game, I probably wouldn't have even bothered. Alrighty.
We have the advantage.
Okay.
These guys are weak to fire and wind. Yes. Spark arrow.
Arcus, activate.
Here we go.
I think Autumn Leaf Cutter still does damage, so we're gonna use it.
Go.
Broken.
My turn. Arcus, activate.
Okay.
Hopefully these spells do what I need them to do. Not bad. We killed one. That's a one-shot. We'll take that. And then Firebolt. Resisted.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh, it's Earth. I'm not even looking at the colors. I'm losing my mind. It's fine.
Got it.
Got it. My turn.
Autumn Leaf
There.
Cutter should finish him, and then we will move right along.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Easy. Can't complain. Alright. So we went up there. We need to go down this way. Oh, there's a chest. Celestial Balm. I could always use some revival items. I've definitely used up my fair share of them in very recent past. Time Septh. Good, good. Before transitioning screens, always save.
There's another lattice door.
There should be a mechanism to open it somewhere nearby.
Let's go this way.
Here they come. Be careful, everyone.
My turn.
Okay. So they're weak to earth and they're weak to wind.
There.
Trying to push this guy back a little bit on time. That's fine.
Okay.
I have a plan.
Okay.
I have a plan.
Here.
That plan.
I'll handle this.
Use this.
Arcus, activate.
Please kill them all.
Okay.
That's fine. Slash him. That's fine. Ooh, he missed. Sweet. I think this kills everything. I think it's a one-shot. I believe.
What a
Hey.
waste of time. Let's go.
Good job, Usus. One shot,
Feel like
one
I'm growing
kill.
Stronger.
Am I getting some experience? Leveling right along. An EP charge, I'll take that. Cycle our way back out of here and head down the other path. Oof. Got
Let's
behind
get
him.
this over with.
Alright, so there's a lot of these enemies. It's just not... I wouldn't say it's not ideal. It's not really that much of a
Arcus,
concern, but
activate.
Go. There.
they do kind of burn through our EP is the issue, because
Now's our
we
chance.
kind of can't kill them with anything but magic.
It's my turn.
Even Ethereal Edge, I don't think is really
Gleaming blades.
that effective. Oh no, that's actually really strong. What am I talking about?
There.
Yeah, Emma can definitely
My turn.
get through those guys without too much trouble. Spark
Arcus,
Arrow's
activate.
pretty cheap, so... The issue here is Fee doesn't have a lot of EP in general, like, she just doesn't... It's a resource that she is limited on, since she's usually supposed to be a fast attacker.
Okay.
But she isn't really able to do a lot of that in this area, just because
Target locked.
a lot of the enemies are very resistant to physical attacks.
Go.
My turn.
Something tells me he was going to go to literally 0, so let's use Rapid Slash. Or Thrust, rather. Good.
What a waste of time. Let's go.
Excellent.
That should suffice.
That's a Usus level, level 19. Hype. We're doing good. We're leveling, we got a little bit of upgrades to our equipment, and we're feeling a little bit better about all this, which I'm happy about. We were really struggling
Oh,
earlier.
Treasure chest.
Silver Thorn, what's that? Ooh, that's a lot of EP actually. 30, 6 art strength, blades of condensed insanity, rain from above. What the? Okay, yeah, I still can't really make a lot of changes with these. That's alright though. We just don't have a ton of open slots, and switching out some of what we have right now is just not really
Now's our chance.
viable.
Let's
So
get 'em. Go.
we're gonna try and use what crafts we can to get some damage in and
Okay.
see how that goes. See how the flashbang fares.
Here.
Not very well.
My
That's
turn.
not good. Rune Blade.
Be
Can
gone.
we hit them? We can. Same thing though, it doesn't do that much damage. I think Ethereal Edge
Flaming
finishes
Blades.
these two off, or close to it. No, neither.
This is it.
That's not good.
There. Here we go.
Autumn Leaf Cutter, maybe?
There.
Like, it's taken everything we have to just kill 2 of them.
Now's our chance.
We're struggling to even do that without casting spells.
Okay.
Literally, they're 2 spaced
Target
out.
locked.
Oh, it's not good.
I'll
It's-
handle this.
It's not good. Spark Arrow.
Arcus, activate.
It's my turn.
She's gonna start running out of CP to be casting that. Her physical attacks aren't. Oh, they're awful. Never mind. For some reason, I thought her magic attack would, you know, do
My
damage,
turn.
but I guess I'm wrong. She doesn't have enough EP to cast actually anything. All right.
My turn.
Oh, this is gonna
There.
become a resource-expensive fight.
I'll handle this.
We do recover some of our CP pretty easily,
Now.
and Emma in particular recovers EP for killing enemies. So I can use some cheaper spells here, potentially. Luminous Ray might not be too bad.
My turn.
Here we go.
Cool.
That's that.
We're just not really able to deal damage without spending too much. My issue is that we have a limited amount of EP and CP and everything, and it's becoming very expensive at this point for us to keep killing things. And we want to make sure we have resources towards the end of this, since obviously we have some more fights whenever we get to breaking. Whenever we get to breaking Machias out,
Well, if I must.
let's have Usus make some of that creamy chowder.
Done. You'll enjoy
There you
this.
go. He can make the deluxe version. What is
I'll do what I
how
can.
does Emma turn these out?
It looks great if I.
Jewel Potage. Oh, I cut her voice line off. That's my bad. Savory herb tea.
Well, if I must.
I've used this. Help us make that.
Would you expect anything less?
Aromatic tea. Hype. Alright. Trying to make a little bit of food since we can potentially use that to recover some of our resources here. Can't really get EP back, unfortunately, but did grab an EP charge here, so let's actually put 2 of those into Fee here, just in case.
Bring it
Oh,
on.
I got a little too close.
Here we go.
That's okay though, the cat's not too dangerous. We can actually kill him pretty easily. Although he's fast, which might prove to be an issue. How's that? Fair. Cool, he missed. I'll take that.
My turn.
Fee, hit him.
I'll handle this.
Laura's laser beam. Emma's laser beam. I keep saying Laura, I don't know why. Oh, and we're stunned.
I'll handle
Awesome.
it.
Kill that thing.
I'll handle this.
Easy.
Yeah.
They just love, like, beating down on the same enemy over and over again. Just to be frustrating, I guess.
I'll handle it.
What else was he weak to? He's pretty weak to fire, too.
Here we go.
If you heat wave it, maybe.
Now,
Oh, easy enough.
let's keep going.
Done.
Get level 20 going. Finally find the switch. Excellent. Oh, we are making progress here. Get some. On to the next section. I think there's another ladder over here. By the looks of it. There's a door there, so that's interesting. Let's check out where this ladder leads. I would assume there's another chest. Hopefully not a dangerous one. Hey, just a regular chest.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Hype. Cast 1. Is that cast time decrease? Because if it is, we might use it. Time to cast the hearts down. If only. If Emma had another slot, I would definitely use that.
I'm exhausted.
It's gotta be the chest.
Fee, that's enough.
Honestly.
I find it interesting that the boys have to step in so that Fee stops making fun of Emma's chest. She is definitely the thickest of the ladies that we've encountered. That's something that, who is it? Leather suit, upperclassman, name escapes me. But she definitely commented on that at one point. A door. Looks to be made of iron, but there's no keyhole. It can only be opened from the other side. Could this be the path that leads to the guardhouse? It is indeed. The path connects the waterway with the building's lower levels. I had no idea the door between the two areas could be opened from the inside. It could only be opened from the inside, however. How are we supposed to get through? I can't pick a lock if there's no keyhole. It's far too sturdy for my sword to have much effect either.
This can be overcome.
Oh.
Fee?
What do you mean?
Stand back.
That's shape charges.
What are you doing?
That is a plastic
I
explosive.
know this smell.
Wait, why would Reen know that smell?
Explain yourself, please.
Ignition.
What?
What?
Yeah, it's shape charge.
Done.
C4, basically, for most people who just wonder what that is.
Fee, did you?
Was that a bomb?
Portable high-powered explosive. Plasticity makes it handy for this kind of espionage work.
It does indeed.
Explosive?
Where could you possibly have gotten such a thing?
She has it in her pouch, I guess. Along with all those grenades.
Fee, I think at this point we have a right to know. What exactly is your background?
Yeah, I mean, there's clearly some military somewhere in there.
Reen?
The day of the entrance ceremony, I saw you dodging that trap floor the rest of us fell into. You're 2 years younger than us, yet you're physically no weaker at all. In fact, I'd say when it comes to combat situations, you seem almost like you're holding back.
Impossible.
Guess you got me. Before I came to the academy, I was a Jaeger.
Okay.
That's where I learned how to handle explosives and use my gun swords.
We don't know what that is.
That's all.
Well, they might.
Jaeger. I wasn't expecting that.
The audience doesn't know that. I don't know that.
I've heard that term before. The best of the best mercenary outfits are known as Jaeger Corps.
Okay, so she was a mercenary.
Jaeger Corps are almost synonymous with the Grim Reaper. To think I'd be going to school with a Jaeger.
Is that a problem?
Me? A Reaper?
No, that's not... I spoke out of turn. I mustn't let prejudices get the better of me.
That's right. Knowing her past doesn't change who she is now.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't make much difference, but it is important to know so that we understand what's going on.
Thanks for telling us, Fee. And
thank you.
I'm sorry for prying.
Not bothered. But we should hurry if we want to save Machias.
Yeah, you're right.
We did just make a lot of noise.
All right, let's press onward.
The explosion itself's probably not that loud, but the doors falling definitely made a lot of noise. Alrighty. Oh, there's a rest stop. Thank you, game. And with this rest stop, we're going to have to stop here. That is all the time that I have for this evening. I hope everybody watching enjoyed. We had a nice chat about some RPGs and whatnot, and some of that's probably going to get cut out of the YouTube just because you won't be able to see the chat as well on there, but anybody who wants to watch the stream or anything can definitely do that. For now, though, I want to thank everybody for watching, and we will be back again tomorrow with some more Trails of Cold Steel. Till next time, everybody, have a good day.